Welcome back to Now There Are Two of Them, presented by myself, Manch, a really honest guy who does what he says he would. And joining me is JC, a big fat liar who tells people he's going to go watch a movie and do a podcast episode about it this week and then doesn't. How are you doing today, JC, the big fat liar?
That's right. I am a big fat liar. So we were going to do the Mandalorian Grogu. Shat my pants. I can't remember.
That's the story that I heard, so we'll go with that.
I wasn't feeling up to it. I wasn't feeling up to going to see a movie in the cinema this week. So instead, we decided to do The Acolyte, episode 2. You'll hear The Mandalorian next.
Yes. Now, for those of you new to the pod, we actually used to be a podcast that told the truth. Unfortunately, JC has ruined that for us. So now we're doing Star Wars in chronological order, except for when something comes out, like this week when The Mandalorian comes out, and we're not talking about it.
Are you going to give me shit the whole episode because we're not doing The Mandalorian and Grogu? A movie that I'm not excited for, by the way. Just putting it out there. I am not excited for, but...
Spoiler alert, I liked it.
You are not you can't drag me by the ear to see that movie. But no, we're talking about The Acolyte episode 2. What's this one called? Lost and Found? No, Lost and Found was the first one. This one was Revenge and something else. Revenge and Justice, is that correct? You didn't look it up before the show?
You're the one that does
I thought you were the expert. I thought I was the dumb guy
I'm the expert about everything except for episode titles. Oh, okay. That's the only thing I'm not an expert on.
You're just relegating it to me, but you were right. It is Revenge/Justice.
That's right. I was right the whole time. Never in doubt.
So in this one, what happened? So immediately, it's right after the last one.
Yes. Now, there's a bit of a break-in on a planet called Elira, where a Jedi who is in quite possibly the worst aged makeup I've ever seen, because the man still looks like he's 20, but they're trying to make him look like he's about 40.
Makeup? Is he meant to be aged makeup?
I think the idea is he's meant to be really stressed out and shows guilt over an unexplained decision, and that's why he looks the way that he does, with the receding hairline, big shaggy beard and all that.
He has a lot of scars. I just imagine that he had, do they tell us how long he's been meditating there for? Or...
They do, but I don't remember what that was.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I just assumed that he's been floating up there for 20 years and just grew a beard and his hair, he just got older. But, he's a Jedi, so they don't age that quickly, I guess. The Force keeps him young.
Has been 16 years since the time that we see him in
right. Who's paying his rent, by the way? That's what I don't know. Who's paying his rent? Or it's a Jedi Jedi temple, so...
No, I thought you were paying rent, weren't you?
Paying rent to who? You?
No, you were paying rent to the Jedi to keep him there.
Me? Yeah, I was paying towards rent. Manch, are you aware that Star Wars: The Acolyte is a fictional television series that has no basis in real life? I'm not sure if that's comprehended in your brain. This whole time. You do understand. I watched it too.
For the first time, yes, but I don't understand.
No.
You don't pay the rent.
This is not my first time. No, he's a fictional character. I don't pay the rent for a fictional character, Manch.
Oh, interesting. Anyway.
So basically, he's levitating, and May decides she's going to try and kill him like she did in Dara. So she shows up and she tries to attack him, and he basically has a force, an actual force field.
Aha!
You get it? I'm good. I'm good.
That's quite good, yeah.
So she can't attack him. So instead, she goes and visits our boy Chimera, played by Manny Jacinto.
Who's chewing the scenery here.
Who you'd know from the Good Place. To be honest,
right. And this show. I also know him from this show.
To be honest, I had forgotten that there was a before. I'd forgotten that we see him as this. What is he, a potion maker,
helper,
bumbling helper fool guy? I'd forgotten that there was a beforehand.
Like a certain other bumbling character that might have been planned to become something else later, but maybe that plot line was possibly.
Who are you referring to, Manch? Who are you referring to? Because I've never heard this. Oh yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Not the other one that
Not the other guy with yellow eyes that maybe might have been a Sith Lord, even.
And maybe might have been the key to all of this.
He was definitely the key to all this.
If they get him working.
Well, they didn't, though. That was the problem. They kind of shelved that. So this kind of reminded me of that a little bit. Kind of a little bit of a nod to Jar Jar maybe being a Sith Lord, but obviously they dropped that for the prequels. And to be honest, they probably never actually planned it.
What I find really interesting about this... What I find really interesting with this episode is the last episode they're taking May in. Obviously Saul believes she didn't kill. But then immediately at the start of this episode, with the bald green lady, whatever her name is, Venestra, she's just like, yeah, nah, there was another attack on a Jedi temple. She's innocent, so go check that out. Which I thought was, I was like, okay, well,
kind of glad.
I guess that conflict's gone, but yeah, I
don't think they could have spent that much time on it.
No, but I also love that they almost like a fuck you. They set up her. They set up Osha finding Torben in the place, and they're like, "It's you. You did this. You step away from his body." And then Yord just comes in and goes, "Nah, I saw her the whole time. We're good. She's chill." And they're like, "Oh, okay, never mind." And it's like
it was a major screw the audience moment, wasn't it?
Yeah. I kind of dig that. It's like fuck you guys. You thought we were going to manufacture conflict here.
Literally, when I watched that, I was like, "Oh, come on, we're not going to do another episode of this, are we?" And then, no, we don't.
I forgot that they had that fake out.
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
So, yeah, and Yord's immediately like just dispels any doubt.
Yord, who's continuing to look mighty fine, I might add.
Oh yeah, he's a handsome man. He's a good looking
haircut that we all
rooster.
like.
Yes, yeah, that haircut that everyone is a fan
of. Nothing else. Yeah,
that haircut that really, I feel like, really captures the African American experience. You get what I mean? You know what I mean? I feel like they do that haircut because it really represents. It's so common, right? We see it all the time.
That's right.
But no, what happens after that? So basically,
after the break-in, so we didn't actually say what happened to Torben. We just kind of skipped that, didn't we?
Well, I was about to say that
May goes...
No. Well, May goes to Crimea.
Yes, and they have a conversation where he's going on about how you haven't used a weapon on this guy. Like, you're going to not use a weapon, right? And she says, "No, I can't fucking touch this guy. What the hell are you talking about? You're an idiot." And asks
give me
for
a
potion that might kill him.
Yeah, give me a poison.
And he does, and
he starts doing his, he's a bartender,
machinations as he does.
Yeah, his little mixology.
Yeah,
mixology
that's what
his
is. Role is in the show. He's a bartender.
Right. I've heard you dabble in mixology every now and then, Manch. You might a little bit, just a little smidge there, Manch. Boys, just maybe a little bit there, boys. But no, so yeah, he makes a poison for her. She goes back and she's like, confess your sins, or what does she say? Confess your sins or get forgiveness. And then she puts a little potion down, a little poison.
Yeah, she's kind of offering him a choice to either stay here and live in his misery forever, or face the person that he might have a problem with and,
which we still don't know anything about.
The easy way out. No, we don't know anything about that yet.
What we do find out, though, is that Osha thinks that May killed her mother, which we didn't know in the previous episode. We didn't know that Osha blamed May for her death, which I thought was interesting because she seemed more chill about May in the previous episode compared to this one. I don't know if that...
Yeah.
I don't know what that feels like to me, like they...
wrote this on the fly and forgot that they did that?
Yeah, that they changed their minds on this episode for some reason, but
yeah,
who knows?
Maybe when they flipped the episodes around.
I have a feeling that because you know how they're called Lost/Found and they got Revenge/Justice. I feel like there used to be more episodes. Like when they originally envisioned it, it was like 10 episodes. Because you see, they got an episode called Day and then an episode called Night.
They do, and there's destiny and choices as well, isn't there?
No, teach and corrupt. Teach/corrupt.
Oh yeah, I mean, destiny is the next episode, and then you get choice as number 7 as well.
Why? Well, they're 4 episodes apart.
Yeah, no, but they're kind of the same episode, just from different perspectives, you know.
Destiny choice. I guess so. But no, I feel like this show must have gone through like rewrites, and I have no idea. But yeah, anyway. So, and we find out the 4 Jedi that May is targeting is Indara, Torben, Sol, and a Wookiee called Kalnaka. So, what's his name? Torben. He drinks the poison. He opens his eyes. He says, "I'm sorry." Does he say, "I'm sorry"? Or he says, "I've been waiting for you," and then something else.
He says, one sec. I'll get the quote up.
I actually didn't mind this episode, by the way. I think it's fine. It's not too bad. There's some good drama. I like Chimea. I like Manny Jacinto as Chimea.
Manny is chewing the scenery, and it's so much fun. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
He's really good actor, and he sells it really well.
I just there's not a lot going on in this episode, but May and Osha see each other for the first time in this one.
They do, and you notice that Osha gets a chance to stun her twice and fumbles it.
Doesn't.
Probably intentionally, I think.
Well,
makes
not
sense.
Really. She's her sister. She's a sister. Lets her go. Why does...
That's right. Sorry, I found the quote. Before he takes the poison, he says, "Jedi Master Torben is not a war criminal. I am rejecting the court ruling." Drinks it and then says, "I have taken poison." That's what he says. You got that, didn't you?
I get that reference.
That's what he says.
Very political, very topical. That happened just a week ago.
Maybe when the show
it took me a second
conceptualized.
It took me a second. I also I love when they're trying to come up with a plan to what are they going to say?
May out, and they go to
flush May out.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yord's idea is they just stun him and then take him to the ship and question him. And I love Jackie's answer.
That worked so well for Osha.
Yeah. And I love Jackie's answer. She's like, instead of doing all of that, we just send May in. Or no, we send Osha
she looks
in
like her.
She looks like May. Yeah.
Very smart.
I really love that moment when Osha speaks to Chimea and he's like, "You look just like her." It's like it's
so sinister.
I don't know, just yeah, and
but unexpectedly, because he really does just seem like a bumbling psychic.
And it's like a 2-second thing, and he switches back like immediately.
Yeah,
that's a good.
It reminded me a lot of Palpatine. There's a lot of Palpatine in there.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know if Palpatine was ever like a bumbling fool as the senator.
The way he's able to switch between the perspectives. Not sure he ever did it that quickly. So maybe a bit more like Luthen. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
From Andor.
Also, he gives up May. He says, "Yeah, she's going to be here tonight."
Yeah,
which was interesting.
You notice that he seemed genuinely worried about the memory wipe. That makes me curious as to his past, maybe, because maybe he's seen a Jedi mind wipe before and is desperately trying to avoid it.
Right. I mean, we know who this character is because we've seen this. Like, we're not trying to pull the wool over like our audience's eyes, but
you haven't seen it. I have. Remember?
No,
or did we drop that bit? Are we dropping that bit? Okay.
Oh, you might not have dropped that bit. You could keep that bit going if you want, but I've seen the show already.
Okay.
Just like that.
So yeah, full spoiler alert for the whole show and all of Star Wars, really. So don't watch this if you haven't watched any Star Wars.
I don't want to spoil any listeners. I don't want to spoil who Chimea is, but you see some things in here that you're like, which you were just mentioning. On the Wikipedia article, it says Osha attempts to stun May but misses and May escapes. The way that's written is like as if she didn't intentionally miss, which she obviously did.
I feel like someone that relatively close and Jedi trained doesn't miss by accident. She 100% flubbed it.
Yeah, on purpose. But no, and Chimea knows where Kalnaka is. We also find that out.
He does, yeah. And that's kind of another little nugget as to maybe this Chimera guy isn't a bumbling fool like we think.
Yeah, because he
But it
seems
does set
more
up.
like he seems more involved than like they're letting on. Like at first he just seems like some dude, and then now he's saying, yeah, I know, I found the guy, and it's like, okay,
Like, when? With what time? You've been running from the Jedi the entire time and you didn't think to bring this up before?
Yeah.
He has just killed Torben. Get the fuck out of there now and go kill Kelnaka. What are you doing?
Yeah, you're
Where
right.
was May? Where the fuck was May when the Jedi even found Chimera? Why were they not on board a ship? He's playing someone here.
Because she's already killed Torben at that point.
Precisely.
Yeah.
They have no leads. They obviously take time to find the apothecary, and, why have they not left?
There's a lot of questions though, like why does she have to kill one without a weapon? What's that about?
Yeah,
we don't know yet. But why did
Maybe
Torben
it's kind of
willingly take it? What happened?
Yeah. Well, I think the no weapon thing might be like a cultural thing. It's kind of like how some cultures eat with their hands and you just got to go, without any utensils or something. Maybe it's just something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There was a cool little fight scene between May and Sol. So Sol doesn't even use a weapon fight in this. No lightsaber. I thought that was interesting.
That might be foreshadowing something.
But also the other thing we find out as well, which was interesting from the previous episode, May didn't know that Osha was alive.
No.
Which I thought was weird. Because
especially because in all of her visions, May's calling out to her, very, very aware that Osha's alive.
Also, not just that, but also Osha isn't hiding. Like, she went to the Jedi Temple.
Yeah. So presumably had run-ins with people before, and I would imagine that Chimera probably knows that she's alive and has maybe kept that from her.
Or her master as well.
Or a master, yeah.
Or a master.
A really fun little nod to Archer there in that May has pocket sand and decides to use it.
You can't help but talk about Archer, can you?
It's a great show, and I like to think that the sand that she used was graded coarse.
What are we talking about? What sand? What?
Yeah, the pocket sand she throws at the end to get away.
She doesn't just throw sand.
She pulls sand out of her pocket, throws it in their eyes, and goes, "Pocket sand!" and then runs away.
Manch, that's not what happens. She explodes, and there's a huge dust storm. You think that would work? I must
have been picturing what should have happened.
Okay. Well, you can take that up with Leslie Headland, and
I may just
commission rewrites for Star Wars: The Acolyte, which they're going to make more of, obviously.
Obviously, because it was a very fun show and people liked it.
It was a smash success that everyone enjoyed.
It bloody well should have been, all right?
I didn't mind this episode. Not a lot happened, but it does beg a lot of questions. I don't think there's anything that really like stands out or sticks out as bad in this episode.
No. We see at the end, actually, we get a Wookiee who's got an incredibly fresh cut and some anger issues. He's a Wookiee after all, Master Kelnaka.
He's a Wookiee.
See him on a new planet called Kofar, and that's really exciting.
I know, because into the end of the episode, you're like, "Ooh, so May's going after him now. So we're going to get a big lightsaber fight with a Wookiee." That's what the episode said to me. I don't know about you.
That's right, and that's exactly what we probably get. You haven't seen the show, obviously, but you can assume that that's what you get. No, you haven't.
I have seen the show, and I'm definitely not leading people down a path that doesn't happen.
That's right, definitely not leading. Do that, KC.
I would never do. It's JC. Manch, it's JC.
JC. Oh it's my JC. God, I've done it again.
Don't make me come over there and tape it to your fucking door.
That's really embarrassing for me because I normally get that right every time.
I will get it tattooed under your eyelids if I have to. I swear to God.
I don't need it twice. I just got it wrong, alright? Chill.
Just remember, it's JC, but JC, sorry. I guess we're still in the same sort of, at least as an audience, we're still begging the same question. What the hell happened on
That's right.
Brendok?
On Brendok, that's right. Fun little nod that we saw as well.
Mm-hmm.
They know straight away that it's May. I mean, they knew anyway, but the Buntar poison, which they say is native to Brendok, and you kind of wonder, how does Chimera, a bumbling fool, manage to get his hands on a poison native to May's planet.
And also, why does he give her that specific poison?
Because instead of a lightsaber that can slash through a force barrier, like, is he stupid?
What could do that, Manch? Can the dark saber do that?
I don't know. Make something up. It's a TV show. Come on.
You're putting the onus on me.
Yes, you wrote the show.
What I was gonna say was, it, like, in the episode, it kind of just feels like a plot hole, or not a plot hole, but it feels like it's meant for the Jedi to go, oh, so it's May that gave him the poison. But then I don't know, maybe there's a reveal later on that, like, why poison is picked, but it doesn't feel like something that's going to be mentioned again. But I guess it will. We'll see.
I mean, we've seen the show. I can tell you that it's not specifically brought up, but there is some relevance that we'll see in the next episode. I know.
Oh yeah, we'll see. It's just weird that he picks that specific poison. Because to me, the way that the episode plays it is like that's the Jedi working out that it's May that did it.
But we already know that because she was there. Because she was finger pointed by the little scoundrel.
Yeah,
that helped.
That's right. It's a weird inclusion, but overall, not a bad episode. I don't have a lot more to say, but I don't know. Do you have?
I liked it. Do you
have heaps to say?
Nah.
Do you have any Easter eggs or references you're going to throw at me? Is this reference hour for Manch?
No, there's actually not a lot in this episode that I can reference.
Bit of Star trivia.
What is that?
Star trivia. It's like Star Wars, but I don't know. What about green trivia?
No, I've never heard of that.
Green trivia. What about the man that yells Roderick or Rodney?
What?
You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
Zero.
The man that yells Rodney? Never mind.
I have no idea what you're talking about, JC.
Thank you for getting my name correct. Oh, that's so cute.
You're welcome. I did that intentionally.
You got it right. You're the best.
I did get it right intentionally.
So next week we're definitely going to be talking about the Mandalorian Grogu. But yeah,
that's right.
I feel like I had a lot more
to say about that movie.
Do you?
I do.
I always assume you have nothing to say. So.
Well, I normally don't, which is why I don't talk very much in these. Also, because you threaten me with a whip every time I speak.
What? You weren't.
Was I not
weren't supposed to.
No, okay.
Manch, you weren't supposed to tell them that. You're meant to keep that. I'm gonna have to punish you later for that. But anyway, so we're gonna go. This has been fun. Did I do that? Did I do it? Did I do it?
Do what?
Did I make a big mistake then? Did I make a big boo-boo? I don't know. Say a word that I shouldn't say?
Probably.
No, I didn't. Surely not. Anyway, thank you everyone for listening to Now There Are Two of Them. This has been a fun episode once again.
That's right. We are the only show named after a Star Wars quote.
Don't look it up.